I just started recording Pick North Fantasy Football League. Mulch is going to give us a tour of his apartment. Let's go.
Okay. Well, there's not much right now because we're moving. So this is an air mattress with Stady on it. This is our room. There's literally nothing.
I like the nightstand you got over there.
Thank you. It's the book. It's literally a book. This is the closet, which is still a work in progress because we were trying to get all this shit out of here. Emma has too many clothes.
So are you moving out of this apartment?
Yeah, literally, we moved all of our stuff yesterday.
Did you find a house?
So we're actually in contract for that house right now.
In Westerville, right?
Yeah, Hubert Ridge.
Let's go. Dude, that's huge.
So then this is the second bedroom / office. My setup for gaming yesterday.
Shoot, I missed it. Let me see.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on now.
But there's literally nothing in here. And then there's another bathroom. Nothing crazy. And then
so you're gonna be close to like Sam and Zach and all of them.
Well, that's if the inspections go well. And then this is the family like living room and then kitchen.
And for the most part, you guys are minimalists.
Well, all of our shit is in a storage unit right now. I wish we were minimalist. Sadie, god damn it. She's eating a piece of candy.
What's the game plan? When you guys, what's you guys' game plan for the next few weeks?
So we're gonna live at her parents' house for the next month.
Okay.
And then we have inspections on Tuesday with that house that we're in contract with. So we'll see how that goes. Sadie, stop getting more candy. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. No, that's not true. I love my dog.
You should. I just realized there's a lot of people in the Pick North League that has dogs. And what we should do is we should invite Ben to a meeting or like to the banquet and just all have our dogs attack him.
That'd be funny.
I don't know why. Why is he so afraid of dogs?
Dude, a few months ago, remember Ben sent us that picture of him getting bit by that like Great Dane or something?
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually.
Dogs just hate him.
Yeah.
Mulch, what's going on in your life, man? Besides this move?
Nothing. Just working at Cover My Meds, working super games on the weekend sometimes to.
No way. Are you really?
Yeah, to get some petty cash,
I genuinely said something about, I wonder if Bob still works at Super Games, just because I feel like for the entire duration I've known you, you've worked at Super Games.
Yeah,
Could you work there for the rest of your life?
I could. No, so I worked full time there for a second, and then actually because I've like been coming back more recently, they offered me their HR position.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, probably not.
You should work there for the rest of your life, just even if it's once every month or something.
I mean, that's the plan. If I don't move out of Ohio, which I don't think I will. Ohio against the world, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's a run day. Any other updates, Mulch? Anything else going on in your life?
No, that's really it. No kids or anything. Not that I know of. Unless Emma's just keeping it. She works at Barrington Elementary in UA. She's like, I don't know what she does there, honestly. All I know is she goes to work and she comes back at like 4:00.
That's amazing.
But yeah, that's about it. She babysits sometimes, uh, so she can get petty cash too for when we move.
Dude, look at you guys hustling.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive.
Well, the time to hustle is now when we don't have anything going on, you know.
Yeah,
Very
that's
true.
true.
How much I have to ask, how much of this is going into your sports betting?
Actually $0.
Really?
Yeah, so actually, believe it or not, I had $10 left over from last year's season of betting, and I told myself this is like the only money that I will use this season for betting, and I'm up $95. I'm
Holy
insane.
cow,
Whoa.
dude.
Yeah,
Well, oh, I know you're very much like Ben. You bet the small stuff, don't you? And try to make a good profit from it.
yeah. So I do. I love doing like 5-leggers, 6-leggers, 7-leggers, 9-leggers, you know, and then just stuff that's never gonna happen. Like an Adam Thielen touchdown that last weekend made me $90.
See,
That's
that is
crazy.
amazing. If you and I combined, we would either be super poor or super rich. Because if I want to make it worth my while, I don't want to put $2 on the line for $90. I want to put $100 on the line for like $3,000.
Yeah, I couldn't
So
do that.
if I was doing what you were doing, I'd either be extremely rich or very poor.
Probably poor.
Probably.
It's all made for you to lose money. Sadie,
I
oh
haven't
my
gotten in the
God.
sports betting realm yet, and I don't think I will. But
Yeah, don't do it. I only do it for one season of a sport, and I try to make like $500 off the one bet. So far, I'm 1 for 3. Not terrible. I've only made money.
oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Nick,
it's good.
any updates in your life?
Not really. Allison and I went to go hang out with some Wheaton Christian International students. And so that was super fun last night, and hopefully a lot of them will be key, and they're all very excited to meet us, and hopefully there'll be key relationships to be reaching other international, non-Christian international students around here. So I'm excited about that.
No, that's great. Sorry, 1 second.
Dang, that is no wonder you're always on Blur, Shar. You don't want to show us that luxurious chair you're sitting in?
It was a hand me down. So
Go on, unblur us for a moment.
let me see if I can figure out how to do that.
Oh, I think if it's too hard, that's okay. I thought you could easily.
I
Background
forget.
effects.
I forget how to do it.
Go to more, and then background effects, and then do none.
Boom. Okay.
Show us that leathery chair. Oh my gosh, dude.
It was a hand me down.
Do you sit here? Oh, what just happened? When you Oh, there he is. When people come in your office, do you sit here like this and just
Exactly.
the power
Game plan.
pose? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any updates, Shar?
Not a ton of big updates. Man, I am honestly pretty excited for. We just started a life group, so I'm really excited for that. Especially Grace getting plugged in.
How did
It's
it go?
Thursday nights. Well, the first one was more of like a hangout kind of deal. Tonight's going to be the first actual one, and I think I'm just really excited for Grace to get plugged in, meet some older people, and just a little bit more of like a community built around this and get plugged in our church a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that. Other than that, life's pretty much the same. So yeah, nothing.
Alice and I went to a new church. Well, all the churches here are new churches for us, but we went to a new church the other day, and we're still not sure what church we're gonna go to, but it was cool. It's much different than the churches we're used to. Uh, a lot more dancing and
Oh, really?
yeah, it's a lot more charismatic than we're used to. But one of the international students at Wheaton goes there, and so we went and tried it out, and Allison really liked it, and so it was fun. Like, I think we missed that for the last 2 years in Athens, to not really be connected with any, for her to not have community besides international students. Like, I had community because I was working with different churches and stuff, but she wasn't very plugged in with our church in Athens. So it was cool for the same reasons that you're saying, for her to be plugged into a community and stuff.
Yeah, for me, the big thing for me was like I don't mind what the group is like. Like for me, I'm in a position right now where it's like I have older guys around me all the time. I feel like I have quite a few peers, so it's whatever that she honestly wants. You know, like I'll have the final decision on what group we go to, but for me, I just care more about consistency in a group.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, that's great. Before we get into it, this week's, can you see that? This week's
yeah, that's Aldi.
Podcast is brought to you by Aldi.
Mulch, what are you sponsoring? What are you bringing to the table for sponsorship?
I'm gonna bring. Oh no, I'll bring this. Creamy candy. Chinese candy.
But Mulch, I thought you were Mongolian.
I am, but this is product of China, so I'm product. I don't know.
I don't have any sponsorships.
No,
besides
leathery cheers. Okay.
Post it. All right. Should we jump in?
Yeah, let's get into it, baby.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna say it. I did not have a fun time this past week watching football.
Yeah, me neither. Until Devontae Adams just started doing amazing, and then when they stopped giving him the ball, it was like, oh no, please, I actually have a chance to beat Mulch. But then I did not. So it was an up and down week.
It was. Okay, I feel like we should care for Mark and have him go first.
So unfortunate, Mark. Man, it just so unfortunate that you were playing against Kelso, who had just two guys beat you, basically.
Yeah, I mean that Miami game was unbelievable. It was so fun to watch in the first quarter, and then immediately was like, okay, this is not entertaining as much anymore. I just can't believe that Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane scored over 40 points.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Do you think that I don't even know how to say his name. Say his name again.
Devon Achane?
A-Chain or a chain? I don't know. A-Chain?
I don't know. We'll leave a poll down in the comment section.
But do you think that he's actually worth a start now? Like, do you think that we can talk about this later when we get to KJ? But do you think that KJ should be starting him now?
Not yet. I think A-Chain's a sell high candidate, just because.
For sure.
You also have Jeff Wilson coming back.
Yeah.
So it's hard to actually figure out that backfield a little bit, but I do think Raheem is the guy there.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's just a one-off week.
Mm-hmm. But if he scores anything over 30 points again in the next 2 weeks, don't you think if you had him, you would be like, what the heck was I doing? Why didn't I start him?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if I would say the only time I start him is if I'm going against a juggernaut. If I'm going against a juggernaut team, I need boom or bust, and that's when you drop Devon A Chain down and hope
That's
he
fair.
drops a high end game. I think
That's
the
fair.
thing that actually surprises me the most is this was a really good, like Mark's team showed up. The one surprising thing is actually Josh Jacobs. Like I cannot
Yeah.
figure out what is happening with Josh Jacobs this year.
Yeah, I don't know. He has not been. Yeah. Honestly, most running backs who have been top tier running backs besides Christian McCaffrey just have not looked amazing.
It has been hard to watch a running back play this year. Um, I do think earlier in the draft season, everyone's like, hey, you have to draft wide receivers in the first round. But then again, it's like running backs just get hurt, and
Yeah,
now there's only maybe 7 or 8 key running backs left.
Yeah, I think Joe having Christian McCaffrey, barring an injury, is a huge play. Like I think that was a great move by Joe.
Yeah.
Anyways, to
Anything
talk about
else?
Mark's team, since we're actually on his matchup and not even talking about it, his team is really good. Like I genuinely think Kelso's team is really good as well, but I think Mark has one of the better teams.
100%.
It just has not played out in his favor quite yet. What's his record? Is he 2-1 or 1-2? 1-2. So
Oh gosh, that sucks.
I think his team is very good. I think this was just such a good matchup. I think both teams will be very good at probably in the playoffs.
I think Dak is kind of the reason he's not performing as well. Like, I would expect Dak to be dropping at least 20 points a game. But
Well,
the
they
Cowboys
sucked.
are just so good.
I was going to say they sucked this week, and the last 2 weeks they haven't needed the offense to do much at all. So I'm not sure.
I think Mark just needs to hang in there. He'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think Kelso's team just really had an insane day. I think he got really lucky. I don't think DJ Moore's good. I don't know what to think about Jacobs.
Can I see his bench?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelso got a little lucky on this one.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that.
Who do you guys want to tackle on next?
Whoever. Go to you and Moats.
Guys, I just cannot believe I lost this game.
I know. I was so sad for you, Shar. I know. Just
cannot believe.
you made some moves and then your team just did nothing.
You know what's actually really funny is if I didn't make those trades, I would have won.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah. But I do think the trades that I made this past week, trading away Russell Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon, Garrett Wilson, and James Conner was a good play. Because in turn, I got Joe Burrow, Tony Pollard, AJ Brown.
The only one I don't know about, Shar, is I don't know if you should have got rid of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, like I do think Tony Pollard is a buy low candidate, which sounds ridiculous to say.
Agreed. I think Tony Pollard is a very, very good person to have on your team. Tyreek Hill is the only one I don't know if you'll regret.
Oh no, I 100% regret it for sure. I just cannot believe Moats beat me with Daniel Jones and Justin Fields. I just can't believe it. It's amazing.
I mean, talk about 2 guys beating you. He literally only had 2 guys that beat you.
Yep. That being Mike Williams, who left, what was it, in the third quarter or something? and Kenneth Walker, who dropped 30.
Well, Kenneth
So,
Kenneth Walker's really good. I like Kenneth Walker a lot this year if he doesn't get hurt. And then George Kittle, for some reason, decided to show up and play football this week. He won't this week, but
yeah, I mean,
yeah, it doesn't.
I've been telling you guys about how Allison is getting into football. She hates George Kittle for some reason. She's like, she just, every time she sees him, she's like, because she loves Christian McCaffrey, she likes Brock Purdy, and we like the 49ers. She's like, he's too tall, he's gross, he's too big. I'm like,
I will say
what are you talking about?
what he brings to the table is pretty weird. Like, loves WWE, like really kind of grimy looking. Like,
Oh yeah, he's an interesting fella.
yeah, very much so. One thing I do want to hit on is how fascinating the tight end landscape this year has been. Um, it is more brutal this year than I feel like any other year.
Yeah. I think though there's a chance that it'll get better than it's been. Like I think it'll possibly get better than it was last year because last year was rough. I think now you have Hawkinson, Laporta.
Mm-hmm.
I think Waller's going to be okay, and
I think so too.
then you have Kelsey and Andrews, obviously, if Andrews does well, and Kittle. And so I think it'll even out. But yeah, so far, it's just not been great.
And I think it does validate the Travis Kelsey first round pick, even though he missed week one. I think just the amount of stability he brings to a roster is top tier.
Oh yeah.
So, anything else to hit on this
Moats'
matchup?
team? Are we willing to consider that Moats' team, depending on Kamara, is? Oh, actually, I forgot he had Saquon. Okay, the jury's still out.
Yeah.
We originally said the Moats' team we thought was going to be pretty good. I'm not as sure now.
I don't think so. I think we had Moses' team in the third tier.
Did we?
The thing with Moses' team that's really tough is one, his quarterback play is not great.
But we thought it was going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because the hype for Justin Fields was out the roof, like top 5.
I got a Bear shirt.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have. They're terrible.
To be fair, like, I mean, there was some, like, week 2 was really promising for Daniel Jones, even though that game was horrendous. He ran the ball a bunch, which is what's appealing about him.
There was so much hype around Daniel Jones and the Giants this year. I guess his wide receivers aren't bad, but I thought his team was going to be good, and now I'm just not very sure.
Mm-hmm. I think the Giants are going to be down there with the Titans as the Titans and the Jets as some of the worst teams in the league this year. So next on the list, we have Joe versus Peter. I mean, I didn't realize Josh Reynolds dropped a goose egg this week. That's so sad. Oh my gosh.
Get bodied, Peter.
I think Peter spent some actual fab on him too, which is what's really sad.
Would you have started Josh Reynolds over Pacheco, Hopkins, Atwell, Thielen, or Pickens? Honestly, none of them have been stellar, but
so I don't think so, and here's why. I think people don't realize that, like, even though it's the Falcons and their offense isn't great, their secondary isn't bad at all. It really isn't. But I think with Isaiah Pacheco, the thing that's tricky with him is like, I mean, CEH got a lot of work. But I do think his workload came up during the third quarter when they were just destroying the.
But he was injured.
Yeah. So
He looks so good.
mhm.
Poor Pickens.
Here's the thing about Joe's team. I really like Joe's team, but man, there could be some deep question marks between a few of his guys, right? Like Zach Moss. Like, I think Zach Moss is really good. I just don't know what to think of the Jonathan Taylor like situation coming up.
Yeah.
Puka is also really good. Did his oblique injury occur during the game, or was it during practice? I think it was during practice. But Puka's good. But I mean, what happens when Cup comes back? Right.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, like that Eagles offense is so weird when it comes to like wide receiver target share. Like you can't figure out. It's like literally a coin flip between AJ Brown and Devonta Smith.
Right.
I do think his other pieces though are solid.
He also has insane RB insurance. If any of those RBs go down in front of Elijah Mitchell, Jalen Warren, and David Montgomery, they will be absolute bell cows. Obviously, those are big ifs, but I think he dropped Van Jefferson already, didn't he?
Yeah, he probably has because yeah, this might be old info, but yeah.
But like he just has maybe 3 of the better like handcuffs, even though he doesn't have their actual handcuffs. I think he has, if any of those 3 running backs go down, he now has like a top RB possibly.
Yeah, for sure. I think Peter's team, it's fascinating. I don't know what to think of Peter's team. He might be in jeopardy for duking it out for bottom 3. Some might say, Sharp, did you trick Peter into making that trade? I don't think so. I think it was a good trade between AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, and James Conner. So.
And did he already have Mike Evans, or did he also make a move for Mike Evans this week?
He made a move for Mike Evans last week with Ben, which I feel like Peter absolutely destroyed Ben in that trade. So.
Yeah, I think that Peter's team is better now than it was last week. It just still is not great, especially if Jahmyr Gibbs isn't going to be as good as people thought.
Yeah, and I'm just blown away by James Conner actually putting up fantasy production versus the Dallas Cowboys. So,
I mean, Josh Dobbs is the best quarterback in the league, if you ask me.
Yeah, and I guess Peter has Tua, which is his safety net. So.
Well, the thing with Peter's team is it's every week he has to decide whether or not who he's going to start in his flex, and most of the time he's going to be wrong.
That's very true.
Which sucks.
Maybe this is the time Peter needs to consolidate his players into a higher end guy. Because to be fair, like I think people normally want the best player in the trade, but we're in the time of the league right now where you kind of need some depth too. There's some teams looking straight up for just depth. So.
Not me, Sharp.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll get there eventually.
Not me. I want the best player.
All right, so we have Luke versus KJ. Man.
Go Luke. He's proven me right.
I think Luke is all chips in, ready for the championship like fight. He's looking to go all in.
Can I see his bench?
Yep. I'm actually surprised that KJ's team is still holding on. I do think he's going to start facing some adversity here in his lineup. Trevor Lawrence does not look like what he was hyped to be.
No. But
And I
hope
totally
that
was on the
doesn't
T-Law
stay.
train.
Yeah, I with Calvin Ridley, so was I. So I hope that doesn't stay. But I think the thing that is concerning about KJ's team is we've talked a lot about how like Brian Robinson, Kyron Williams, amazing pickup / late draft. To me, and I'm no expert obviously, but to me, 7 points for both of those guys seems like more what I would expect from them.
Right, and I think the situation that's difficult with Brian Robinson is you see 10 rush attempts, and that's because they were in a bad game script.
True.
Like he's a guy that will get game scripted out just because Gibson is their pass catching back.
Yeah.
Kyron, I still don't know where I stand on Kyron. Like I think he's top 3 in running back targets, which is great, but like I don't know what to think of him still. I like him, but I just don't think he'll be consistent. So
Well, Matt Stafford just loves slinging the ball. That's the problem.
that
How
is
many
true.
times did Matt Stafford throw the ball last week?
More than he should have.
Yeah, 33 times, but oh my god.
Wow. That surprised me. I thought it was more.
I mean, versus the Sanford game, he threw 55.
55 times. That's insane.
So
He probably would have thrown more if he didn't throw 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. What game are we on? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that if KJ is not like I think I always view fantasy leagues as like kind of sub like certain chunks. Like right now he's hitting full stride, but I mean his team has gained a lot of value, but they might not keep that value. So he's gotta realize some of those gains on those guys.
Would you trade Keenan Allen right now or at his peak of value, or would you roll with him?
I mean, with Eckler coming back, yeah, I would trade him.
Mulch?
I think, well, with Mike Williams now, I think he's still going to be really good.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. I think Keenan Allen and Eckler kind of play the same kind of role when it comes to target share. Mike Williams is completely different, and I think that's where a Josh Palmer or a Quentin Johnson comes in, right? I think that's where those Mike Williams targets get soaked up by.
Yeah.
Not as much Keenan Allen. So that's my speculation.
Is that why you threw 37 fab on Josh Palmer?
Yes, I did.
You threw 37.
You scumbag.
I only put 8. I put 8.
Afraid.
I put 13. I am putting a whatever it's called, a petition in right now. I want public auction. I think that would be so much better.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if we could find a Wednesday or Tuesday. No, yeah, like a Tuesday at midnight. We all hop on a call and we start auctioning off players.
Well, can you not could you not just do what we do but make it public? Like where you put in a fab request, but
I don't think Yahoo has the mechanics for that.
We gotta do public auction because it would be hilarious to get people to just get up so high on someone, and it's interesting to see.
Some person will blow their load on just one player in week 1, and it will just be it'll be over. So
kind of like you did, Shar. 37.
Yeah, Shar's been throwing it down. So is Luke.
Yeah, all right. I would say Luke probably more than me, but
question before we go on. hold your fab or spend it early.
Spend it early. For sure.
I think that's true. I was under the impression I should be trying to hold my fab, and I think I made a mistake so far. I think that I should have been spending it early.
Luke's got the 2 best tight ends in this league. So
Yeah, Luke, give me Laporta. I have Kyle Pitts, please.
man, poor Kyle Pitts. Overall, KJ I think needs to make some plays here soon. He needs to zag before things start going not his way. I think
Before they
Luke
zig.
could house it, but I think there's just a few adjustments that he needs to make, and he's there.
Yeah, and he has some X factors that are so far working out very well for him, but they could go a different direction. So
100%.
all right, the game of the game of America this week, Mulch. It looked like it wasn't gonna be even close, and then Devontae Adams and Jimmy Garoppolo almost had it, and then they
I was
dropped it.
getting scared, man.
Not a goose egg is in zeros, but they started not doing well.
Well, if it wasn't Duke, were you watching the game?
Yeah.
So the roughing the passer call was such bullshit, and it led to a Devontae
Yeah.
Adams touchdown. So literally, he should only have like 28 points.
Yeah. But I think Jimmy Garoppolo got a concussion from that, possibly.
Oh. Maybe, probably.
But yeah, it was not a great call. They hit helmet to helmet, but it was like, it kind of just looked like Jimmy G just fell down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My team, I've got some issues without Aaron Jones. I started 2 guys, and I thought, man, if you could give me 10 points total, that'd be a success. And they did not. Oh, wait.
They were close.
No, they were close. They were close.
They were very close. Man, Nick, I was wondering when Devontae Adams was gonna drop it, and man, he really did for you. He really brought some stability to your team. But I think the guy that's surprising me the most is Jordan.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the dude is legit.
The
dude is very legit.
Obviously, game scripts have gone his way in terms of they really, really needed him to throw. But I think he's very good. I forget what round it was, but I was on the phone with Joe, and I almost got him in like the 6th or 7th round. I forget when I got him. I almost got him 2 or 3 rounds early because I really wanted him, but Joe was like, I think you could wait. And thankfully I could, but I would have been really disappointed if I didn't get him.
Yeah, you got him in the 9th round.
I think I thought about getting him at the 6th round.
Yeah, that would have been a little too early, but man, he has been unbelievable. Like, truly, like, really, really good. I think the guy that has been so disappointing is, Kyle Pitts. Like, I just think they just need to trade him. Like, get rid of him.
Yeah. Drake London, I think, has been the most disappointing. They were really hyping him this year, and he hasn't done terrible, but he just hasn't got a whole lot of chances for catchable balls.
Yeah.
Mulch, how you feeling about your team?
I don't love my team. I think I'm just waiting on
to
see.
What did you just say?
I don't love my team.
A text from Mulch, literally at 11:30, so an hour and a half ago. I like my team right now.
Well, like is different from love. I like my
Mulch,
team, but I don't
Mulch
love my
Madness,
team.
baby. It's always
Um,
changing.
uh, so my hope right now, I'm just waiting for JT to come back.
Yeah.
Uh, to see. Hopefully he comes back. I think it'll bring a lot more stability to my team. I really thought Scary Terry was gonna do something this year,
Yeah.
but he hasn't done anything.
I'm
Um,
wondering if he's still dealing with that turf toe situation, but it looks like he's playing. So
he probably is. It's Jahad Dotson, bro. He's taking all my man's receiving yards and targets. Um, but I just I just need Travis Kelce to put up more than 16 points like
Would
he
you
did this year.
consider trading Kelsey to upgrade where you need to upgrade?
Uh, I think I would, yeah. I think after this week though, because he's gonna score because Taylor Swift is going to the game again.
That was pretty fun. I watched that game because I'm a Bears fan now, and uh, yeah, that was pretty fun. How much? Like it was hilarious how much the commentators. Greg Olson totally played his cards. He was one of the commentators. That man must have a giant crush on Taylor Swift. He was just exposing himself left like over and over again. He kept saying like, "Yeah, that's my favorite album," and like I DM'd her one time, and now it's come
Mm.
full circle. And it was like, "What do you mean it's come full circle? She's just in the building. You're not talking to her or anything."
oh
When
man.
you said exposing himself, I thought like dirtier things, not good things. I was like, I don't remember watching that.
Greg Olson, weirdest haircut in the NFL. Well, he's not in the NFL anymore, but he's got a weird haircut.
Yeah. Um. Okay. The final game that we need to cover is Sam C versus Ben's team. I I just hate watching my brother lose because last year he was also in Sacco contention, and Sam just needs to. Sam's been busy. He isn't dialed in, but if Sam doesn't do anything, he's going to lose his league.
You think he's gonna get last place?
I think Brees isn't showing up.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what is happening with the Patriots running back situation, but Ramondre I thought was going to be the guy.
Yeah.
He had 19 rushing attempts and did nothing with it.
He normally gets like 9 targets a game, and he just has not got a lot of opportunity. Rashee Rice, though, I would take Rashee Rice. He is fun. I think he'll be so good. He's the next Chiefs player, whether
Yeah,
it's this year or next year or whatever.
watching the
Forget
game with
Kadarius
Sam.
Toney.
Watching the game with Sam was hilarious because Rasheed Rice almost scored a touchdown, but like fell at the
Twice.
one. Yep,
Twice.
and Sam was so mad.
Was he starting him? Oh, dang. I did not
Yeah, he
realize
started
that.
him.
But
I again, the Cowboys situation is fascinating. I think CD's the guy, but man, like it is so weird.
CD did the same thing last year. He did not get a lot of high score. I know they didn't have Dak for a big part of last year, but he did not get a lot of points last year at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Mahomes, I mean, is this dude, the
Yeah.
stability of this team. So that's where I can see Sam making some pivots. Um,
But do you sell Stevenson and Hall low right now when their value is just so low?
you can't.
Like those two guys are really, really, really good, but they have very little value at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think you sell him, honestly. I think you have to hold on to them because you're maybe going to get a bag of peanuts for Brees Hall right now.
I I don't think Sam's team will be unless he just keeps Let me see. Unless he keeps being in an unfortunate scenario against who he's playing against, I don't think he will be in the Sacco contention.
Yeah.
He has 349 points against right now. Well, actually, that's not as bad as I thought. Holy cow, I have 396. Holy cow, Pete has 423 points against. Poor Peter.
Yeah, Peter's the one we should feel bad for.
I didn't realize that. I thought Sam has just been getting unlucky, but maybe that's not true. He's getting unlucky with his own team.
Yeah. Man, look at me. I'm the luckiest person ever.
Yeah. You and Luke. Luke is 276. Normally that's
true.
Joe. Joe is always at the top of the leaderboard at the beginning because he gets like the worst or he gets the best matchups at the beginning. Which commissioner, is he doing that on purpose?
I don't know. That's something confidential conspiracies. So I just don't know what to say about Ben's team. Like I could realistically see Ben losing because Najee is horrible. I don't know what happened to Najee.
Yeah.
He was such a good college prospect, but aged in like to be a 45-year-old man within 2 months.
I'll tell you what's going on with the Steelers and Najee Harris.
Yeah, give us the inside scoop.
Matt freaking Canada, dude. Dude's a idiot.
You
that
hate
needs
him?
to just get the hell out of Pittsburgh. Literally, I will pay money. I will pay for his storage unit, his aircraft, his moving stuff to get the hell out of Pittsburgh. And then I'll pay him extra just because he left.
How much? How much would you pay?
A lot of, I mean, I don't have a lot of money, but
give us a number. How much would you pay him for something that you have no stake in besides being a fan? How much would you give him to leave?
Like, it doesn't matter how much. Like, it can be more than what I have.
Sure.
I'd pay him $20 million to get out of there.
Amazing.
And then the 20.5 for the 500,000 to move to a different state and move.
How much of your money that you have right now would you pay him?
All of
He's
it.
gonna give him all of it.
I'd give him all of it.
No, so
I
if you guys get the
would
house, just
divorce
give him
my
the
wife.
house.
I would divorce my wife for Matt Canada leave.
Dang. That's commitment.
Emma, if you're watching this, I'm being serious.
Matt Canada. I don't know if you're watching this, Matt Canada, but I assume you are. But March will pay you and leave his wife, so.
Yeah, he would. He'll do anything. Mark Andrews has been unbelievably disappointing.
Yeah. He was last year, too. He was hurt, but.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see. They just aren't featuring Andrews, I feel like.
I think unless this year changes, next year you would be foolish. I think maybe Ben was foolish to pick Mark Andrews as early as he picked him this year. But next year, if you pick Mark Andrews early, I think you'll be foolish. I think you, from now on, for tight ends, you have to go with a sleeper guy like Laporta or Musgraves.
I'm still in love with my guy, Jake Ferguson.
Or Jake Ferguson. Like I think
Yeah.
unless you get Kelsey, you should not pay for Andrews or Waller or whoever it is.
All right. Let's go quick prediction
I choose Shar
for this upcoming week.
Shar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shar as well.
Are you gonna start Jerry Jeudy?
No, I don't know who to start ahead, but I'm still speculating. Either Chris Godwin or Zay has to be it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I do think Kelso has a chance, depending on how much of this Buffalo Miami game is a shootout.
Actually, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go Kelso. I love you, Shar. I was gonna say you because there's no way he gets lucky again, but
He's got good matchups.
Chicago actually has a chance to win this week, and so DJ Moore has a chance to do well. So I'll go Kelso.
That's fair. Joe versus KJ.
Wait,
Man,
who did Mulch take for the last one?
I took Shar.
Okay.
I think this one still has to be Joe. He's got really good matchups, and his guys' ceilings, like, I think, are out the roof. I'm excited to see the Zach Moss versus Kyron Williams matchup here, but yeah, Joe for sure. He's got not only good stability, a good floor, but a good high end play. So
Mulch.
I don't know. I think I like. I don't. I hate that Kyle was winning because I should be winning just as much as he is. But I do think Kyle will pull this one off. I know Brandon Ayuk is hurt, but he's also going against Arizona, which
yeah,
isn't they don't have the best secondary. They have like and then I think he's just due for a week. Trevor Lawrence I think will eventually bounce back because of Atlanta. Keenan Allen will stay the same. So
I think Joe's team's the better team, and I do think he's gonna win, maybe, but I'm gonna choose KJ because Anthony Richardson, and I'm on the A-chain train.
AR-15 baby. Woo.
okay.
And
So
I
that's
think
two for KJ.
Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley, I hope, do much better this week.
All right, Sam versus Moats. Golly, I mean, I'm gonna have to give this one to Moats. Chicago has a plus matchup versus Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
T. Higgins is a toss-up. I don't know. I don't know why they aren't playing Jordan Addison, but I think Saquon and Kamara are gonna be plus matchups. I'm excited to see Kamara play. I think he's gonna get a workload for sure, and I think Ken Walker is gonna absolutely obliterate the Giants.
Yeah, no, I
It could be the
agree with
same
that.
case. It could be the same case with Jalen Waddle versus Buffalo. Like Jalen Waddle has that 40-point upside.
Definitely.
Ramondre is going to have a tough time versus Dallas. So, yeah.
I think it comes down to Kamara versus Waddle. Like, what are they? Is either one going to explode, or are they gonna? I don't think it actually just comes down to that, but I think those two guys, I'm not sure what's going to happen with. I'll take Moats.
Yeah, and the thing is Kamara gonna come back like what he usually is, or is he gonna start slow and then ramp up? You know?
I think for him it was just the fact that he had a 3-game suspension. Like I don't think he should be in shape. Is my guess, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope he's in
Also,
shape.
Moats is another team that has two really good tight ends.
Yep, he really does.
Screw
now
Luke and Moats for having two good tight ends. I just need one.
Mulch versus Luke. Oh man, this might be the game of the week if
This
Mulch
might be.
finds a defense.
Yeah.
I think I have a defense.
Did you know that?
No,
Oh, Mulch.
I always
Defense.
drop my defense at the end of the week and always forget to pick one
You
up.
also have a free bench spot. You have 2 spots to use.
What are you doing?
No, I only have one spot.
And we talked about this last week. Joe wants to know, and the whole league wants to know, the whole world wants to know, why do you have Jacoby Brissett on your roster?
I don't think Sam Howell's the guy. I think Brissett is uh Sam Howell's
But
gonna get hurt, or he's gonna throw too many interceptions, and then Brissett's gonna come in and destroy everything and
but
throw to
he's
my
not
man
going to
Terry Scary.
destroy everything. Brissett's like a good 12, 13-point guy. Like, why don't you drop him, pick up a defense, and pick up two guys that could help you right now if you needed it?
I don't know. I just have hope.
Based on that
You had
logic,
3
I'm
first
gonna give
round
the win
picks,
to Luke.
Mulch. You had 3 first round picks, Mulch. We need you to win to
And
show
Bijan.
us.
Don't forget, and Bijan. So I'm gonna give this one to Luke.
Boo,
After
one
that
hurts.
explanation, 100%.
Well, just for that, I'm not picking up a defense.
All right, this one's a close matchup. Mark versus Nick.
I think my team is better than it appears, but I think my chance depends on if Aaron Jones plays a full game or not. So I'll take Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Mark as well.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, man, he's
Mulch.
finally starting to pop off. I mean, not that he isn't popping off. He just finally got a touchdown this last week, and I think that'll continue.
I would do anything. I would let Justin Jefferson do anything to me. Same with Devontae Adams.
Yeah. I think Mark's gonna have a really good week this week. And finally, Ben versus Peter. The future sackable matchup here.
Oh my gosh. It's just rough seeing Adam Thielen in the starting lineup right now. I don't know if that should be the case, but to me, that's the case.
He's their wide receiver one. It makes
I
sense.
know.
I have to give it to Tua. The fact that Tua's playing Buffalo, I mean, I think Peter's got this solely on the back of Tua.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Ben's team just is not. They do not have good matchups. Houston's defense is pretty good against Najee Harris. Mark Andrews is going against Cleveland's. Damian Pierce against Pittsburgh, and then Mac Jones is going against Dallas. I definitely think it's going to be Peter.
yeah, I'm gonna give it to Peter too.
Yeah.
I don't like any of these teams though, but I'll give it to Peter.
Well, guys, thank you for hopping on this call. I gotta bounce here in a second, but
Yeah, you're
this
good.
was fun.
It was.
I'm gonna publish a report to see everyone's predictions. So we'll see. We'll keep a tally and tracker of that.
Oh,
so.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm curious what I am over the weeks already.
I am too. All right, well, gentlemen, good
right.
luck this week. Enjoy your Thursday night football.
See you, Mulch. Good to see
Hey,
you, brother.
guys, good luck on the house, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck, fantasy football players of all, and Godspeed.
Nah.